Uh, Hello YouTube. So we're going to talk about Mission 9, the attempt at a bridgehead. I've been sitting on this video for a couple of days because it was, to be honest, depressing the way it panned out. What you're looking at is basically the end result. After I cut short the video you're about to see, I played through the rest of the scenario just to do a complete withdrawal off the board, which I decided I lost so many casualties, I may as well just withdraw. Because I had all these suspect counters coming on board, and all I had basically facing them was, I believe, a squad and a half with a wounded 9-2 leader. Um, and maybe one or two crews with ATRs and such holding the back forward here once the artillery stopped bringing down on me. So it was an untenable situation, and I decided just to do a full withdrawal. So I basically spent the last 4 or 5 turns um, doing a complete withdrawal off the map. Turn 8. Yeah, so you can see the results up at the top under the retained and eliminated boxes. So eliminated is obviously going to be gone from the order of battle. Those are KIAs and K numbers. With the exception of the 3 crews here who were sank in their boat when they got too close to the shore. The rest of these casualties are from artillery. So the eliminated and retained half squads, I get those back along with the 10-2. Those are all basically double breaks. Might have been a fate in there, I'm not sure. But overall, it was pathetic. And if you look at the retained exited off, that's actually what I had left on the map at game end that survived everything. So wounded 9-2, a 468, 2 half squads, and 3 crews with ATRs. So I've lost most of my heavy weapons, most of my support weapons, I should say, with the exception of the 2 LMGs and 3 ATRs. I do have 2 leaders, however, one of them is wounded, and as it turned out, when I did my refit phase, you roll to see if the wound is fatal or not, and of course, karma being what it was fatal. So I'm left with 110-2. Not a lot in terms of squads available. Was that 2, 4, 6, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squads out of a possible 11, and half of my crews and 1 leader. That's what I have left to go into the next battle. So I'm going to be under strength, which means I'm going to sit through and miss mission number 10, which was a human wave, which I really wanted to do because I'm below the minimum 70% order battle requirement. Yeah, so this mission is difficult to say the least. I played it 2 more times since the first few turns, and every turn has just been a debacle. There's no way to, I don't think, advance onto that southern, or sorry, the enemy side of the river without A, activating any suspects which sink your boats, and B, more importantly, surviving 3 artillery strikes, which, according to the rules, are placed on any MMC which has 3 silhouette or more. Well, 3 silhouette. With an option to drop an FFE on a support weapon stack that fired in the previous turn or that turn. Which means if I have a 10-2 with my support weapon kill stack and say AA5 and I'm clearing the far bank because I can see 4 hexes, there's a very likely possibility that I'm going to have an artillery land on top of me. Yeah, and now this is where the RNG factor comes in, and the fact apparently I suck when it comes to natural or random events, because that artillery was very effective, as you probably saw. If there's no accuracy die roll, you do an immediate random correction, which is two dice. 1 dice for direction, and the other one 1 through 6 for distance. Now you would think that the average artillery strike would land off target, but not with this game, and not with the 2 subsequent games I've tried. More often than not, I'm getting target rounds. which are great from the Russian perspective, but it's almost unwinnable from the German perspective. So I'm going to try it one more time. May release the video depending on how that pans out. I'm basically going to do a redo because I really want to play the humanoid mission and I don't want to miss it because of the unfortunate of this last scenario. If I win, I'll probably release the video and I'll call it a redo. If I lose, I'll just accept my fate, miss mission 10 as I'm doing a refit phase, and call this one and the next one a loss, which will bring my campaign victory points down to 1 point. Hopefully I can turn that ship around, as it were, over there. Yeah, interesting video. Very demoralizing to lose all these troops to something beyond your control. And I think that's my biggest issue with this mission and the artillery strikes. There's nothing you can do, I don't think, to really mitigate the outcome. With the exception of spreading your forces across the width of the map board. But then you still have to move across the river, and if you're within 4 hexes of any suspect counters at mission start because of the NVR, which is 4 hexes, they have a chance of activating with 50% chance and blowing you out of the water, literally. Yeah, very I'm going to give it another crack, and like I said, you may or may not see a video. We'll see how that goes. But enjoy the debacle at the Dneiper video you're about to see. And if you have any comments or suggestions on how you would play this scenario, where would you would set up, by all means, please comment down below. I really want to get a grip to this scenario because right now I don't think it's winnable. I've started a conversation on Game Squad forum in the solitaire section, so if you're on that forum, by all means, go in there and please contribute your histories. Right now it's been a day or two and I haven't seen any comments. 70 views but no comments, so I don't know if anybody else has played this mission, but I'd really like to know how other people have fared and or what you would recommend the course of action for the Germans. So hopefully we'll see you guys then. Enjoy the video. All right, good evening, everyone. We're going to carry on with our campaign. Now we're entering mission number 9, which is a bridgehead scenario, as you can see. German forces have to cross a river and take possession of a beachhead, which is going to be this location I've chosen here. And I basically have to control every hex within 4 of that location. And there cannot be any Russian troops within that hex at game end. If there are, then I lose automatically. So it's going to be interesting. Plus, the campaign or the mission's being run at night, so night rules are in effect. Now, luckily, the NVR is 4, so I have 4 hex viewing range, which is, decent. I should get plenty of visibility before things get on top of me, but it's going to be interesting because I haven't used night rules very much. So using star shells and movement, I'm not going to deal with cloak movement. I'm just going to use my counters on board because there's no point in me hiding what's there. The enemy's going to see them when they see them anyway, so. I mean, I can start concealed, but that's about as far as it goes. I get assault boats because my company's elites, so they're motorized with drivers, and hence they have 4 moves. So I'll be able to cross the river in one swoop, and by and large, and be able to beach on the far side. Of course, the real threat is I've got these 2 suspect counters right here. However, I'm hoping to at least activate the one. And if I use a star shell and lands correctly, I can maybe activate the second one. And then I really only have to worry about visibility from a couple here. Once I have a toehold, then I can slowly start expanding and secure more of the area around the beachhead itself. Maybe clean off some of these suspect counters over here. As well, the enemy is going to be getting 3 artillery strikes the minute I land on the beach. And they have 26 advancing suspect counters coming off of this board edge down here, and they'll basically walk it in a straight line until at such point they become activated or hit the river. What I will probably do is I'll probably just use this half of the board to bring them on, so that they're more focused and going to run into the battle itself. Because suspects, when they come on like this on a board, they typically move in a straight line. So if something were to come on B, it's going to come all the way over here, going to be ineffective, and almost half the resources of the enemy is probably going to be wasted. So to circumvent that, what I think I'll do is I'll just limit their entrance between Q and GG. I think that makes sense. And a variable number come on every turn until game end. Speaking of game end, when does it end? Game turn 10. And each game turn thereafter, make a die roll on a 1 or less. The mission ends, and there's a -1 for every turn completed after turn 10. So it looks like I'm going to get at least 10 turns of action to cross the river, secure a beachhead, and face off against these 26 counters and 3 artillery strikes, which should be really interesting. I'm not sure how that's going to play out. They get German accuracy die rolls, so if it's a 1 or 2, it's actually going to land on target, which is, could be very painful because they're going to be 120s, which OBA 120 is nothing to sneeze at. And it's going to be primarily open ground except for a couple of copses of wood and the one building here. That's woods too, yeah. So all in all, should be another interesting scenario, and I hope you guys watch it. So let's talk about what happened in the last scenario. So it's a friendly victory. I was able to occupy the fortress at turn 8 and retain control of it all the way to turn 14 when the game ended. So it was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I didn't think I would be gaining entrance that quickly. However, once my 20 firepower kill stack was able to reduce the defenders in the fortress without any other Russian units in the vicinity that could intercede, it was pretty well a wash. Even when they had 3 tanks come on as random events, they could only stay back, and at the worst case, they could demolish my troops, but they couldn't occupy the building, so it would have been a win anyways. That's why you always need infantry. Infantry hold the ground. Reinforcements wise, let's talk about losses. So what I lost overall was 2 248s and an 8-1. Of that, 1 248 and the 8-1 I get back at the end of the turn, at the end of the game, because they were eliminated by double breaks, so they're not permanently gone. However, 1 248 was K, and so I lose that immediately, which means I'm down 2 half squads or 1 squad equivalent if you've been keeping track. So my mission end retained order of battle was, as you see there, 10, 2, and 6. I got all my support weapons, and I have all my leaders, my 3 leaders. Luckily for me, when I rolled leader promotion at the end of the scenario, you get that if you win. And if you lose, your highest rated leader gets demoted. So randomly I rolled, and I got 2 6s, which meant 2 of my officers were promoted, which happened to be my 9-1 and my 8-0. So, or sorry, my 9-2 and my 8-0. So I now have a 10-2, a 9-1, and an 8-1 in my order of battle. And I managed to get back the 1 squad, the 1468, back as well. So all in all, it was a good mission, I think. I did make a couple of errors. One with smoke, which I noted in the previous videos. Smoke grenades do not give off dispersed smoke, so I shouldn't have done that. I don't think it impacted anything because nothing could see. The main smoke grenade hex was blocking most lines of sight, and I think that was sufficient. I'm pretty sure I didn't make any fatal mistake that way or give too much advantage. But I did fail to move a couple of Russian units and or fire them when they had clear and obvious opportunities, like the 426 that was located down here in the bottom of the map, and the pesky half squad that refused to die. Probably could have done something with him, but I figured, once I'm holding this firm ground quite firmly, there's no way he's going to be able to take it back. And really, what's a half squad going to do? Not very much. He's just going to die the minute he moves. So I kept him back. So that might have changed. And of course, the armor. I could have used the armor maybe differently. But since a fortress is the objective and control of it is the only condition, it made sense to focus all my efforts on the Russian efforts on trying to retake that. Unfortunately for them, like I said, they didn't have any troops, and so it was really a moot point when the armor showed up. So going into mission 9, we're looking at this for my Orbat. I'm not going to use motorcycles again in this. They're just going to stay off board. I'm just going to use these assault boats. And then once those get the guys across the river, those are going to go bye-bye as well. I'll probably just bank them on the west bank in case I get any reinforcements, which might be Wehrmacht or they could be SS, depending on how I roll. But we'll get to that when we get to that. All right, so this mission number 9, Bridgehead. So right away, the NVR is 4, as I said. So it's good lines of sight. Like I said, 4 hexes away, so my 10-2 kill stack can easily see this 1 hex, and I'll be able to bring some good fire on it without even the use of a star shell. But I'm going to have to use star shells if I want to see the rest of the map, and so I can use my overwhelming firepower to eliminate the scattered Russians. Parameters for the mission you can see on the scenario 8 card. Friendly and enemy REs are the same, 2-3. The Russians have an AC of 3, which is going to be dicey because it's a 50-50 chance of there being a unit there. And the advancing units, these 26 coming off board, are going to be with a -1, so 4 or less, they'll be activated. Again, should be make for interesting the way those reinforcements roll in for the Russians. There's a mild breeze from the northwest again. That hasn't changed. EC are still moderate, I believe. Oh, EC are dry with a mild breeze. Okay. And we're playing in 26 August 1941. So that's pretty well it for the mission parameters. ELR 3 for me, for them, 5 for the Germans. SAN is 2 for the Germans, 3 for the Russians. So that's good. All the numbers are nice and low. And let's get into it. All right, so we're going to start off right away with the prep fire phase. The 10-2, it's awesome having a 10-2. So basically anything but a 12 and he's in action. Now he's going to fire a star shell and land it on AA8. Now I have to roll randomly to see where it actually lands, so it's going to be one of these dice. 2 for 5. That's not good. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's off target. I mean, I did illuminate this 1 hex, so I could conceivably spend a turn of firing these guys onto that target and just eliminate it. Maybe I'll do that. I'm debating whether or not to fire a second star shell. That was such a crappy roll. With my luck, the next one's going to land right on top of me and not on top of the enemy. But I have to see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I never made a usage die roll. Okay, never mind. I forgot I got to make a usage die roll. As I said, I haven't used night rolls in a while, so he's unable to fire star shell. So let's get this 8-1 here to fire one. Nope. And the 9-1. Nope. Guess no star shells are being fired. I could try the squads, but that's obviously a sign of the times. Dice roll are not on my side. All right, so let's get a prep fire done with my overwhelming firepower of, what is that, 27 against you. So it's on the 24 table with a -1. Well, whatever's there has been activated. Actually, that'd be on the happy half, wouldn't it? 27 half, 13. So on the 12 table, -1. Let's see if anything is there. Yes, something is activated. A 3. A 3 is 2 squads, a leader fortification, and a support weapon. Okay. All right. So there's going to be a +2 to this die roll to see the squad type. So that's a 6 and a 7. So it's going to be a 4-4-7 and a 6-2-8, I believe. What did I say? 6 and a 7? Okay, 2 4 4 7s. Or I should say there probably were 2 4 4 7s there. All right, a leader is a 5. Now there is an MSR for the campaign. This one right here, where there's additional modifiers to the rolls on activation. So R3 is the leader table, so it's going to be another +1 plus the year 1941. So it's a +2 to that, makes it a 7, makes it an 8-0 unless it's a commissar, which it is. So it's going to be a 9-0 commissar. And we do a fortification die roll. So they are fortified, and a 2 is an entrenchment. So just a 2 foxhole entrenchment. And a support weapon. A 3. 3 is a light mortar. I guess that's fitting to watch a river. All right, what's a 1 on the 12 table? Is a 2 KIA. So let's go randomly. So Commissar 447 mortar crew. Wow. Okay. I'm not liking the randomness of random.org dice roller. I don't know what your guys' experience with there, but it's yeah. So I guess they're all dead. Now, I don't get VP for enemy killed, I don't believe. I get VP for this is the mission rules right here. So I automatically lose if there's enemy units in the bridgehead. Like I said, 4 hexes of this VPO. They get VP for casualty earned. I get it for enemy AFVs or guns and controlling activated fortified locations. So I get 4 victory points for controlling this hex. And that's only in these activations for this board here, none of the ones that come with the from the reinforcement die roll. All right. Well, go random selection. Now they do have rate of fire, but I cannot see that other suspect. And so I guess they'll just have to hold their fire. Well, all right. Because the 10-2 was centrally located, he's got visibility to every unit, so every unit has freedom of movement because of the command die roll made by the 10-2. So we'll go right into the movement phase. These guys are going to jump into the assault boat and unbeach for 1, 2, 3. No, I guess that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here at this point, they would become visible. What is the what's a train effect on a boat? Well, a 4 is a 0 train effect activation roll anyways for the Russians, so I think that's a moot point, and it's probably going to be like a -1 or something. Okay, well, that's going to be very expensive. So there's no modifiers to hit, but Russians need a 0 at 4 hex range to train effect modifier to activate, so it's going to be an activation roll, and luckily it's a 5. So nothing there. Now nothing else can see, so they'll go unimpeded 1, 2, 3, and beach. I don't think they can offload right now. Yeah, they can come off it on the advance. 1, 2, 3. How much movement do they cost? There's also a moderate current and the water is deep. But because I have assault boats, which with a 4 hex range, um, they can easily make the crossing in one turn. So I don't have to worry about drifting during the advance phase. I'm just looking at the cost for unloading. Because they would not be able to enter the wood hex, I don't think, with their normal movement phase. So on the advance phase, without becoming CX. So let's wait. They'll offload in the advance phase. That's fine. You guys here are going to do the same thing. Going to get on your boat. 1, 2, 3, and beach. 1, 2, 3, 4 with the +1. I think its line of sight is affected with the +1 for swamp or marsh. It's an LOS hindrance. Okay. So just a +1. So you would be not visible there. Too many modifiers in between for you to get there. Okay, so you'll be good too. And you guys here, you jump on the boats and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll be on the boat. Really, they beach right away. I guess beaching is free, as long as you're in the hex. Yeah, so they'll be beached as well, and they'll be everybody be advancing off when it comes to the advance phase. You guys are just gonna assault move into here. Wait for the boats to come back. I think I'll send my mortars across. It probably should have been dismantled mortars. Oops. One, two, three, 2, 3, 3, 4. So you can activate. It's not going to be good. 10. 2 squads and a leader. I might just lose my mortars. 2 squads, +2. 1, 2. Oh, that's not good. 6s are, I think, 4, 4, 7s. Yeah. Oh wait, that's +3. Oh, it doesn't matter. Still 447s. And a leader. An 11. That's going to be a 6+1. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, on the 8 table. Oh. All right. Um, I'm never sure how to use the vehicle table. Just give me a second here. Um, I guess I should look that up, eh? You have to bear with me. Again, I rarely use boats in my time, and I try and keep them away from enemy fire when possible. So this is going to be interesting. They don't have an MG; they just squad fire. Is that enough to penetrate the boat? I would think it would be, right? So I guess I use the 8 firepower table, and I have to roll a 7 or less to get a result. So right, the vehicle is eliminated. Jesus. Um, okay. So the most I can lose on the A table is 3 KIA. I think I just lost my mortar crews. Wow. Okay, that's a very expensive mistake. Okay. I have to roll a 3, eh? And to be honest, I forgot about that suspect counter when I made that move as well, so that was a very expensive mistake. So that's 3 points right now for the Russians. Hmm. As a matter of fact, if I back up, when this boat was in this hex before it beached, this would only be a +1, which would mean this guy's would have potentially activated as well. 7 is nothing. Wow. Okay, well, I guess that's that. Defensive fire, none. Advanced fire, none. Route phase, there's not to be had. And advance phase. So you guys are going to advance onto the foxhole, into the woods. Same with you guys, and same with you guys. Close combat and into the rally phase for the Russians. All right, Russian RE, wind change, 5, no RE for them, no wind change, and no night vision range change as well. So that's good. No breaks, nothing is broken, so we'll go into prep fire for the Russians. We'll have you 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you're visible. Yeah, easily with a +1, +2, +3 for the leader. So on the 8 table, +3. That's nothing. I probably should have rolled for activation for you. Yeah, you're within 3. No, you're nothing either. -1 for being within 2. No. All right, so the bridgehead is pretty well secure now. We just have to fan out, eliminate those Russians to the south, and then I have to get ready. Maybe I'll start digging in, waiting for the reinforcements to show up. Maybe I can take occupation of that village too, depending on how much time I have. That would be good. For this historical campaign, the next mission that we're going to be playing is going to be basically a human wave attack, and it's going to follow this one directly, and it's going to be basically a daylight version right after the attack, using the same map boards. So I have to make a note of any concealment terrain that I occupy at game end, because those are going to basically become victory point objectives for the Russians for this one here. And it gives me places to set up. So the more concealment terrain ahead of me that I collect, the better. Especially if I can get into these buildings. So maybe that'll be my focus. This, two-story chateau might be interesting in the future, but if I can get into these stone buildings, or at least occupy half the village, I would be a lot better off controlling or defending against that human wave. All right, prep fire, none, done. Movement phase, nothing for the Russians. And we go to defensive fire phase. So let's see if he's in command. Barely, but he's in command. And we're going to fire 26, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So those are halved. 12, 15, and 6, 21. So on the 20 table with a no modifier. 20 table, no modifier against those 4, 4, 7s. 4 on the 20. It's not going to be a good day. K4. All right, randomly select who gets the K. 6, 1, 4, 4, 7, and the 4, 4, 7. So the 6, 1 is gone. Wound severity die roll. Yep. Now it's a 6 plus 1, so it doesn't affect these 4, 4, 7s for pinning task check, leader lost task check. So they just take it straight up. I believe it was a 3 check, 4 check. So 2 3s. 1, 2. So they're both going to ELR and they're both going to be broken. That's what you get for sinking my mortars. Now on the IFT I fired a 2, which means medium and heavy can fire again. So I'm going to fire again. 12 firepower, no modifier. 8 on the 12, no rate of fire. It is a 1 check. 1, 2. Both are half squad. All right, so I'm not going to fire these guys. They're just going to, I guess I can retain concealment because they're invisible. These guys could though. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have these guys move forward and they're going to start digging some trenches along here. Yeah. No, actually I could fire you guys. Oh, I get 4 points for the trench. Let me collect that. Yeah, just get rid of it. I could fire them onto here, which I think I will do after all. I think this is gun flash here. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 15 on the 12 table with a plus 2, 12 plus 2. That's not looking good. A 10 on the 12. I don't think it's maybe a PTC. Yeah. Oh well. All right, so advanced fire phase, none. Route phase, they can stay where they are, but I think it would make sense to retreat out of it. Would it? I think it would because they're going to take more fire, so they'll have a better chance of rallying if they stay away from the enemy. All right, and that is the first turn. German turn 2. Okay. All right. So wind change die roll. Gusty doesn't apply. No flames are present right now. And no random event. And oh wait, that is a nice visibility change though. NVR does change. A 6 on the colored die is a 1 hex change of the base NVR. So it's raised. The NVR has actually gone. Oop, by the way. 5 hex range now with the NVR. All right. So I'm not going to do any prep fire because I can't see anything. So we're just going to go right to movement phase. So this 8-1. Roll this 9-1 per command. Yeah, he is in command. So anybody within 2 hexes that line of sight with him can see. So the 8-1 is going to 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll play this carefully. They're just going to saw move into the wood building. You, however, are going to go 1, 2. Oh, I gotta make sure I don't stray. I haven't been doing that. I have to see if I don't stray when you move at night. There's a chance you could deviate off course. So moving die roll for that first A1 here. 3, 3. All right, so I was able to move normally. My units are all normal. Any Wehrmacht that show up are going to be lax, but the SS troops are all normal, as are the Russians. So basically, if it would have been a 6. Oh wait. Yeah, okay, the white die has to be a yellow die has to be a 6 and the white die has to be a 3 or greater for them to stray, so they're good to go. So they'll assault move into the house. You movement die roll, so you're good as well. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. All right, so if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can avoid the trees and having to pay the extra movement for using concealment terrain. And you guys here. So you're going to be going 3 into this marsh. I think marsh is a 2. Yep, 2. So that's 3 to move there, and then 1 more onto the road. 4. Yeah. All right, these assault boats are going to head back across the river. And beach, so the next reinforcements can come. Just 10-2. And jump in the boat. 1, 2, 3, and beach here. That'll be total +3, so we wouldn't be activated. Okay. All right. It's going good. Not too bad progress being made. Defensing fire, none. No advancing fire, although I could fire on them. I may as well. What would that be? +2, the -1 liter. Halved, and then halved again. 15, 7, 3 on the 2 table with a +1. What's that looking like? 2 table with a +1. Not liking that. Let's try it. Why not? Nope. All right. I think that's going to be it for advancing fire. Road phase, none. And advance phase. Will you stay in the house? You're going to come off the boats. Jump into the woods. You just advance down the road. You're going to advance. Your objective is going to be secure one of these buildings. Maybe even all 3. As a matter of fact, I should probably start marking those for control purposes. Where is that? Trying to remember where the individual counters are for occupation. Not those. I guess I just use these for now. Just to show areas I've occupied for the future mission when I play that. All right, enough of that, I think. Let's go on to the Russian turn 2. Wind change, die roll, random events, no and no night visibility change. They get 2 self rallies, so I need 2 4s. 1, 2. Nothing's going to happen on the Russian turn because nothing's activated. I forgot to roll activation for those dudes. I forgot about these guys coming on board. Ugh. Activate as soon as the German lands on the left side of the river. So they're going to get 3 of these to land. And I forgot to bring on reinforcements. I'll do 2 turns of that. So first one, land on you. Second one's going to land on you. The third one's going to land on you. All right, let's see if they land on target. So this one here, not on target, so it's going to deviate 1 for 3. Oh, that's not good. 1, 2, 3. Go path. This one here, not on target, so it's going to move 4 for 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Do south for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Troops in open. Wham. All right, so let's see what happens here. Target hex for shell hole creation. Nope. The Y4 hex. A 5, of course, has to be the lower die. Ugh. K4. Wham. This is not going good. I know it was going too easy. All right, randomly from the top down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your half squad. Morale check for the leader. Yep, and he's ELR'd. Is he? 5 ELR. 4 would bring the 9 down to a 5 plus 5. No, he's still good, so he's just broken. Task checks to see if they're pinned. 1, 2, 3. So they are all good. Now the row morale check. So 4, 6, 8. Broken. 4, 6, 8. Broken. 2, 4, 8 is broken. Where are they going to run to? The buildings, I guess? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and you're visible now to these guys, but you're too far away to activate. Okay, well that was very expensive. And this other one. Not on target. It deviates 3 for 1. 1, 2, 3. Troops in open. Oh, I forgot to roll rubble for this building here. Let me roll that quickly. Oh, that might be rubbled. A 4 on the 24 is a 1K, so I need a... it's not going to be rubbled because I need to roll a 1 or less for it to rubble, and it's already a +1 for being stone. And Y6. K4, so no. Wait, that would be or check, I should say. What about the orchards? Did they catch on fire? No. Goddamn artillery strikes. Alright, this one over here. Target hex, nothing there. Splash, splash, splash. Woods here on Z10. No. And for the earlier artillery strike, no. The earlier artillery strikes X10. No. Just rolling to see if they come on fire. And now the one I've been dreading. 8. 2 check. Top down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pinned, broken, pinned, broken. Well, goddamn artillery strike. All right, let's see how many reinforcements come on from the last turn, which I forgot to roll for, and the number is uh, oh, okay. They actually don't enter until enemy turn 3. Die roll +2. All right, so I have to I have one more turn before they start coming on board, just in time for my guys to hopefully rally and get ready to receive them. Hopefully this goes away. Ugh. Well, that was an expensive prep fire phase. No movement for the Russians. Defensive fire. Now I will fire on those squads. So it's going to be 15 halved, 7 on the 6 table with a +1. 10 on the 6 is nothing. You will be blocked by the woods, so you're not going to bother. Oh, forgot about the artillery strikes. I should have spread out. Should have spread out. Thanks, Hans, for that MSR. All right, we're going to go right to the route phase. These guys are going to route out of the FFE. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to jump on top of the 10 too, which is going to overstack that hex. Only the gun flashes last. I guess they only last that phase. Gun flashes. As long as the counter remains in view. So whenever the counters come off is when that ceases. So definitely by the end of the turn. Okay. um, I guess I can't have it all my way. Russian advance phase, none. And close combat, none. And into the German turn, 3. Unreal. Unreal. Alright. Let's pretend that didn't happen. So we're into the turn 3, so wind change die roll. No random event, no wind change, and no night visibility change. Russians cannot self-rally. Germans got a lot of rallies. So that would be a 10, 11, would be a 7 or less. No, and the other guy would be an 8 or less. Yes. And here we have a 9-1. Self-rally, nope. I guess I better get out of the fire, eh? Trapped on the beach, pinned in by artillery fire. So no prep fire. We're gonna go right to movement. I have to get my guys away from there. So these guys are gonna assault move into the marsh. Or 2. Which means you have a chance of activation. No. I should have just moved normally. Forgot to do my command die roll. Right, so the heavies and the 10-2 are going to advance into the house. You guys are going to advance into the shell hole. And the half squad will stay on top. You guys would be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should have moved normally. You guys are going to move back onto the boats. Push off. One, 2, 3, 4, beaching. And then you guys are going to advance under the shell into the foxhole. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that'll be that. And then defensive fire. Again, nothing from the Russians. No advancing fire. And routing, none. Oh, wait. I gotta back up and I gotta do their artillery strike. All right, this one here. So there's no target under it, so it's gonna move 2 hexes. See if it lands on target. It does not. See where it lands for real. 5 for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, orchards. See if they could blow up. I guess that would only be half though, wouldn't it? Because there's only moved less than 3. 1, 2, 3. So X5 and W5 have to roll to see if they get blown up. So X5. Yeah. Days of Flame. And W5. 6 is nothing. All right, you. You're going to go 2 hexes and land on those guys. You are landing on target. Oh, target hex. God damn it. I'm going to get blown apart by artillery before anybody even shows up. Target hex. 8. -1 is a 7 is a 3 check. So the 8-1 is good. So the 2 check for the 4-6-8. He's good. Next one, broken. Last one, broken. 2 check. We'll bring it down to 6 plus 5 is 11, so you're good. And you? 6 plus 2 for being in the house. At least I have that. Is a 2 check. So the 10-2 is good. So straight up 4-6-8 for the heavy. And the medium. Medium is broken. X10 to see if it turns into a flame. Nope. That is it. And you're going to go land on you, I guess. It also is a target round. Hopefully I'm playing those enemy artillery strikes correctly. Target hex. 7 plus 2 is a 9. Minus 1 is an 8, is a 2 check. So the 2-4-8 is good. The 4-6-8 is broken, and the half squad is dead. Wow. At least they're in a shell hole. That's good, right? Unless they have -1, they get a +1 modifier. Oh, very expensive. All right, advancing fire phase, non-route phase. I can't move because I'm going to get blown apart if I try and run. Although maybe I should try it. The guys in the woods, at least. Maybe I should just run them. They'll be on the 24 with a -2 for moving. I need to remove these guys. 1, 2, 3 each. Well, one of these is moving anyways. Road phase. Do I move? Do I risk it? No, I guess I'll stay there and take the -1. So that's what's my choices. I can stay there with the -1. Or I could take a -2, assuming that the FFE continues, which it probably will, because there's going to be a -1 for every squad equivalent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's going to continue. Now, I'm going to take a break here, guys. I got to figure this out. I'll be back in a bit there. I just got to look at the rules and just give me a few minutes here. All right, we're back, guys. So what I've been doing, I've been rereading the rules, and you're going to see a cut in the YouTube video, and I'm going to stop this thing after this. But basically, according to the enemy artillery strike rules under placement, now I don't know if this is a omission or not, but this paragraph right here, after initial placement of each FFE, nowhere in there does indicate that they get accuracy die rolls, and I've never played with accuracy die rolls before, and I just, for this mission specifically, I just assumed that that's what it was intended, because there's a comment in Hans's book where treat Soviet artillery as if it were German as per C13, which is your accuracy die roll. So if it's Germans get a 1 or a 2, and other nationalities get a 1, well, Germans and some others, but majority of nations you get a 1 for accuracy. Germans and a couple of other ones have a 2, which if there's no accuracy die roll, why would he make that comment? So I'm not sure if it's supposed to be used or not. Now that would make a difference because these two FFEs that landed where they were supposed to would not have been target rounds. They would have deviated some. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replay the second turn. I'm going to use the accuracy die roll to determine if the change is halved or not. I think that's a good reading of the rules. Let me know in the comments down below what you would do if I'm over-examining this. I mean, it's really going to penalize me if they land on target. I won't lie. But it seems to me that it would make the most sense. And because the rules itself explicitly don't state that you get an accuracy die roll, so I'm gonna do that. Everything else will stay the same. So we nothing rallied here. The 468 rallied here, and the half squad did not rally at all. So I'm going to basically take this opportunity to replay the turn, which might be taking it easy, but I think that's interpretation of the rule that I'm going to go with. So let's go into movement phase. These guys are just going to move. They're not going to use the solve move, so they're going to move into the marsh, which is going to potentially activate him, which is a 5, which is what I rolled last time as well. So no activation there. So that's 2. 3. 4, 5 into the building. Yeah, these guys here are going to have 3 squads and a leader. They're going to CX, and they're going to move 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which is going to risk activating this guy here, who is activated. An 8 is a squad, plus 2 is a 6 is a 4, 4, 7. So he's going to fire 4 firepower, no modifier, into the trees. 5 on the 4 should be a 1 check. Yeah. So the 10-2 is good. So a +1 to the LMG is good. The heavy is good, and the medium is good. So they all survive the fire. This squad here, oh, I should have done a command die roll. This squad here is going to jump on the boat. Go for a bit of a sail. 1, 2, 3, 4, and beach. You guys are going to advance into the house out of the FFE. And you guys are going to, can you move? 1, 2, 3. Nope, you're all just going to hang out. All right, so then we'll go into defensive fire phase. Now we're going to move the artillery strikes. It's the only thing that's going to be firing. Move you first. You're going to land here. Are you a target hex? No, so you're going to deviate the full move, which is 3 for 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See if you set some grain on fire. Target hex. No. EE8. DD8. CC8. No. You are going to move onto these guys. Are you a target hex? No. So you move 3 for 1. So that hex right there. 7 on the IFT, -1 is a 6. 6 is a 4 check. So the 10-2 is broken. Task checks for the other 4, 6, 8 stop down. 1, 2, 3. So they're all pinned at least. And probably broken. So we're going to be looking for 4s from the top down. 1, 2, 3. So the heavy is pinned, but these guys are broken. And X10 to see if it turns into flame. Nope. That's it. Shell holes. I guess I can make shell holes. W1. W10. X1. Yep. Actually, shell holes, do you need 150s? Oh, it's gotta be 150s. Okay, never mind. You're gonna land on the house. Are you a target hex? No. You move 5 for 2. 1. Where's 5? 1, 2. Man, I cannot win. Oh. Game over, man. Everybody gets hit. Everybody gets hit again. All right, so let's deal with you first. 6 -1 is a 5, which is a K4. Top down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not win. And a 4 check for the leader. My brand new 10-2 is dead. Leader lost morale check for the broken squad. He's good for the medium half squad. He's good. No, he's not. He's broken too. And you are broken as well. Or I should say reduced. And you. Oh yeah, you're broken. Now they got to do a forecheck. Continue on down the line. So you. You. Oops, not what I want to do. You're broken. What is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be a loss. I'm going to get overrun. God fucking damn it. Drives me to drink, it does. This sex here. Now they're in a house, but still a critical. All right. So let's roll randomly. Top down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're definitely KI8. The rest of you are 1 KIA. So I guess we go again. Top down. 1, 2, 3. You're KIA with your gun. And you guys are automatically broken. Game over, man. I can't compete with that. That's another 4. Goddamn artillery strike. 16 to 4 victory points already. And they haven't even brought on the reinforcements yet. My attacking my groups are all dead. Only thing left alive is this stack right here to stop 26 counters from entering the board. I grouped up again. I should have spread the fuck out. And where are you going to go? I mean, you're in a house right now. I guess you can stay there. I don't know what to do here. Well, that's going to be it for tonight, guys. I got to think about this. I think this campaign might be dead. I can't recover from this. Assuming this does not return, which it could on a 2 or less, and then it could have caused more havoc. This is guaranteed to repeat because I have so many units underneath, and I haven't even rolled for these guys yet. They're still on the damn boat. I can't retreat out of the FFE without moving close to him. I'm going to be stuck in it, which means there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 units guaranteeing a reroll, unless I roll 6s, of an FFE, which means it's going to continue that hex and it's going to further decimate. So these guys are lost. That leaves me a squad and a half squad, assuming that rallies, to hold the line. So if I call it, I get these guys back. These guys are losses. I'm not going to be fit for the next mission, which means I'm going to skip the next mission as I do a complete refit. But I have to get off the board. Or I guess I can just call it there, call it a loss. Yeah, bridgehead mission, total fail because 3 artillery strikes decimated my forces. I forgot about them, and then when I brought them in, they just kicked my ass. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's very demoralizing, I gotta be honest. I don't want to walk over the Russians, but at the same time, I don't want to lose my entire company because of artillery strikes. And I would like to know your opinions on the accuracy die roll, whether or not it's in play. I don't think it is because it doesn't explicitly state it, but there probably is an argument for, why wouldn't it be, given the comment in the historical campaign MSR. You guys know what you think? I will check you out later in the week. I gotta figure out what to do. We'll see. I'll post on Facebook or on Game Squad forum when I come online again to finish this off. You guys have a good night.